Welcome back to Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and right now I just want to do our weekly update on crypto, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Ripple. So let's get straight into it right now. We're looking at Bitcoin here on the daily time frame, and it is over the Canadian dollar. I do live in Canada, so we're going to look at it through the Canadian dollar. And so just a quick recap of last week. I was telling y'all to load up here. This was an accumulation zone here for Bitcoin. We were sitting on support on an uptrend, and so this was a very nice opportunity to be loading up. And since then, you can see we have just been going up, and we still have more room to the upside here on Bitcoin. We can easily get above 82,000 here on the Canadian dollar for Bitcoin. And so that would be the first target here. We're looking at Bitcoin north of about 82,000 on the Canadian. If we look at our MACD, you can see our MACD extremely bullish. There are no sell signals anywhere here on Bitcoin. We do have a slight gap to fill here at around 72,000, where I do expect Bitcoin to kind of dip down back to this level and then continue its way back up. And so the pattern for Bitcoin is very clear. We are in this upward channel right here. And so most traders are playing this as sell at resistance and then buy back at support. But Bitcoin is not my favorite play. My favorite play here is actually Ethereum. And so we're looking at Ethereum here on the daily time frame, and my biggest exposure to cryptocurrency is actually Ethereum. I believe Ethereum has a lot more upside than Bitcoin at current levels. If we just look at our SMAs, you can see we got a back test of our 50 SMA here on Ethereum. We have yet to do that with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin could see a larger dip in the future because we have just been sailing north for Bitcoin. We haven't seen any interactions with any of our SMAs. And so to see this bounce and this back test on our 50 SMA here for Ethereum, that is actually telling me that there's more upside here now for Ethereum than downside relative to Bitcoin. And so if we're just kind of looking at a short-term target here, we have been trading in this channel right here, and we have a target level at around 2,500, and so we will see some resistance at around 2,500. Again, this is the Canadian dollar, so just kind of remember that if you are looking at it through USD. And so at this level, I do expect people to take some profits, but I do believe that Ethereum will break past this level of resistance. If you kind of look at our daily time frame MACD, you could see no sell signals here yet. We did get a crossover right here. This was letting us know that we had a buying opportunity as soon as we bounced off our 50, and now we are just kind of sailing north. And so this looks very beautiful for Ethereum. Again, I was loading up here on this dip for Ethereum as well, and I did let all of you know too to do the same. And if you guys did, congratulations to y'all, because we are up right now on our Ethereum position. And so the next thing we really want to see with Ethereum is a break of this level of resistance. So we will have some resistance here, but if we can get a nice break back test, we should start to see a lot bigger and larger moves to the upside because we have no overhead resistance at that point. And so that is kind of our short-term outlook here on Ethereum. Still waiting to see how we will react here at this $2,500 level. Last but not least, we're going to look at Ripple here on the daily time frame. And so Ripple is what I would call a relay position. And so why I say that, I believe that XRP is going to drag behind our bigger positions in Ethereum and Bitcoin, but Ripple will have its moment under the sun at some point in the future. And so no matter how bad a company is, no matter how bad a stock is, or no matter how bad a coin is, if there are numbers behind that position, the stock, the company, or the coin can go up. And so when there's so much attention in crypto and there's so many eyes on Ripple, this can only have a lid on it for so long. And just in general, we are drastically undervalued here on Ripple relative to the peers. And so you could just see in 2017, we had highs of about $1.45. And this year we have only touched about $1. And so while we are trading here at 55 cents, and while we start to see larger movements in Ethereum and Bitcoin, I believe that those guys are the dogs that you should be riding with. But then at a certain point, I do believe that the profits you claim in Ethereum and Bitcoin, you may want to relay them into a Ripple. And so that's kind of my strategy and how I'm playing it. And so I'm essentially milking Ethereum and Bitcoin for the rip up. And then once Ripple is ready to make a move up, I will be in that as well. So we're monitoring Ripple very closely. We have this line of resistance right here that we got rejected twice. Very bearish here on Ripple, and we have a larger term triangle that we are trading in. And so if Ripple continues to trade in this triangle while Ethereum and Bitcoin continue to go up during this time period, in around end of May, early June, could be a very nice opportunity for us to switch over from Ethereum, hop into Ripple, and potentially play the rip on this as well. And so right now, again, we are just waiting on the sidelines on Ripple. No buy signals at all for Ripple. I would not be invested into Ripple at the moment. We still have a lot more upside room for Bitcoin, and we have way more upside room for Ethereum. And so when it comes to crypto, I'm not dabbling in any other positions. I'm not in Dogecoin. I'm not in any of those other coins, because I feel like all of that is propaganda and that is just all hype that I don't want to deal with. And so I just want to focus on the big dogs. I know that we are starting to get ETFs rolled out in Canada here for Bitcoin and crypto. And as we start to get more of these ETFs kind of approved and regulated and rolled out, we are going to start to see a lot more institutional money backing these. And we're going to start to see a lot more banks offer these as potential mutual funds and ETFs to invest in. And so as more money starts to get flooded into cryptos, we're going to start to see less volatility, a lot stable prices, and we're going to start to see a lot more investment opportunities. As of right now, we are still prior to that phase, so there's still a lot of money to be made in crypto in the future. But for me personally, I am just going to continue to trade the volatility while we have it, and then once we start to get that institutional money in for investments, that's kind of when I will stabilize my position in crypto, kind of have a reoccurring contribution into some sort of portfolio that over the next decade, 20, 30 years, we will just have a continuous improvement and growth in crypto. And so there's no point in fighting crypto. Crypto is here to stay, and it's only going to grow and get bigger, and it's just going to get more mainstream. And so we are going to position ourselves for that type of movement. As of right now, we are heavily in Ethereum, and we love Ethereum the most. And so if you guys enjoyed this quick little update video, don't forget to like. We are on the road to 10K subs, so if you made it to this point, feel free to hit that subscription button. This is Dummy Boy Finance. I'm Dummy Boy, and I will see you guys in the next one.